You got up there fast. See my heater on? Thanks for the thumbs up. Yes, I got my heater on because that's what I want to do. 'Cause I am cold. I am cold. Let's see if anybody gonna come talk to me this time of the day. And then I look at when you look at your stuff will tell you when your people online. This is definitely not one of my times that nobody is on from my by me going to my YouTube studio. So my videos is definitely replay videos. Thanks for the thumbs up, whoever came through the room. I appreciate you so much. But my capture says I'm gonna go ahead and go. My capture says be careful. And the reason why my capture says be careful is um, that I was looking at this story. It's this female, she's a model, and she lives in Atlanta. You said that was me, sis. What was you? What was you, Marissa? What was you? But it's this girl that lives in Atlanta, and we as women, we really have to really be careful. Even men have to be careful too, but women definitely have to be careful. But this woman, she was in her 20s. She moved to Atlanta. Thank you. She moved to Atlanta, and she was a model. Y'all can pull the story up. Hey, no more drama, baby. So she lived in Atlanta, and she was like 20, in her early 20s, and she was sitting in the car, y'all. And I was looking at this story today, and that thing like broke my heart. And she was sitting in the car. She has a dog. Her dog got motion sickness, so she pulled over to the side of the road. I don't know if any of y'all heard this, but they did not put it on the news. So she was sitting in her car, and her dog got motion sickness. It was like 1 o'clock in the morning, so I don't know where she was going, where she was coming from, or nothing. But so she pulled him to the side of the road, to the side. She was in Buckhead in Atlanta. And she let her dog out so her dog can finish, early and getting sick and getting it out the way. She was in the car on her phone. So we got to be careful when we is out in public and we on our phones. Our heads are down and we not paying attention. We just scrolling on our phones and just chilling. But in the midst of that, while her dog is outside the car, she's scrolling on her phone, pulled on the side of the road, but she pulled over there where it was a security guard. And when she pulled over there by the security guard, and apparently the security guard knew who she was, he knew her. But this man was walking down the street, and he came up. And when I tell y'all, he came up and he grabbed this girl and he beat her. You hear me? Two black eyes, fractured jaw. He bit her 14 times in her back. She had a gun, y'all. When the time she can get to her gun, he had then covered her up where she couldn't even shoot the gun. If she would have shot it, she probably would have shot herself. Thanks for the thumbs up. That she would have shot herself. As he continued to bite her 14 times in her back, he took his teeth. She had dreadlocks, and he pulled 5 dreadlocks out her head with his teeth. You hear me? Then the dog came in. Hey Tiff. Yeah, it happened in Buckhead. And they didn't put it on the news. So in the midst of that, I'm thinking this time the security guard had did not jump in the way. And I know a lot of security guards that, when things get rough, security guards can tell you to get out. Or, that's basically all they can do. Um Yes, he was. No more drama. And then he told the police officer that he had hepatitis. She had to get tetanus shots. She had to get all of this stuff done to her. He didn't get a chance to do the R word to her. So you know we can't say that. But he didn't get a chance to do the R word to her. But the security guard, he could not um physically remove this man, because that's not their job. Their job is to call the police. So, do you know when this man was still attacking her, the police had pulled up while the man was still attacking her? And everybody's saying, like, why he didn't help, but that wasn't his job title. But still, like, I don't know. We can't never say what we gonna do until we in that situation. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people be like, yeah, I would have did this. I would have did. You don't know what you would do. You don't know if that security guard, because that's not his job title. It's to intervene when it's stuff like that. You don't know how many kids he got at home that he got to feed, and his job was at it. Yeah, the norm, we would have just like jumped in it or whatever, but we just don't never know somebody else's mindset, what his mind, he might have been scared himself. Hey, blessings, baby. He might have been scared himself of the situation that he didn't want to. We don't never know. So that's why we can never say what we going to do. But when the police came, this man was still in the car beating this 120-pound girl, y'all. And he beat her. I'm talking about, when I tell you he beat her, he bit her. He took his teeth and pulled out her dress. And she's a model. And this man right here, he's locked up right now. Her family, that's why I say social media is disgusting to certain points. Because her family, because when they pulled up the police report has her name, her information, her address. This girl had left her a house. She had to move out of her apartment in Atlanta. She has no family there because people is calling her phone asking her, are you going to take charges out on him? It's like the family is threatening her. But this thing never hit the news. It never ever, it did not hit the news at all. And that's what the girl was saying. She was like, she had to stay in the hospital 2 days. Her dog tried to attack the man. The man did knock the dog and did knock the mess out the dog. The dog, she didn't get her dog back until 2 days later. The security guard did let the animal people take the dog, but they brought him back to her. The man jumped in her car after when the police came, and he was beating her, got her out the car. And the man took her car and wrecked it, ran into a tree, and then he tried to back up and messed up the back of her car. So her car is totally lost. Y'all, it's just a time, but we as women, we have to be careful. When we out in public, sometimes we got to take our phone and just put it in our pocketbook. Because we really don't need to be scrolling, you know what I'm saying, on our phone when we out in public. Because we don't, especially at 1 o'clock in the morning. And she said she had her car in park still. She didn't, I'm not in park. She had it in, still in drive, and just had her foot on the brake. So she said when she opened the door to let her dog out, her car doors did not lock. So that's how he was able to. He was punching on her window. They showed that he had his fist print is in her window where he tried to get in the car then. But this man just kept beating this girl. I mean, he was beating her. I bet they will put him back on the streets. Yes, as dangerous as he is. They probably will. Because he got a family that's calling this girl and they want him out of there. She said no, she's pressing charges. But you right then and there, you don't know what in the world was going on. But she had a gun. But one time he overpowered her. Because she said that at this point now they're in the back seat. And she said when she grabbed her gun, her face was she was in the back seat and her face was facing outside of the back window. So he took his body and pressed it against her in the seat, and the gun is in her chest. So if she would have pulled that trigger any type of way, he would, and that's where he was biting her on her back when she had the gun like to her chest, because I guess he was like, if you shoot it, you're gonna shoot you. But that is disgusting. And she said that he told the police that he was going to kill her. She said that she could not believe it. She said she want answers from him. She wanted to know why he targeted her. Like, why did you do this to me? Like, what happened? You know what I'm saying? Like, why did you tell, he told the police. Caught your replay this morning. No more drama. Yeah, no more drama. That is disgusting. He told the police that he was. She said he kept telling her in the car, like, "I'm gonna kill you." So, like, what is wrong with him? So the lady that did the story on it, she pulled up his information and everything, and I think his name is Justin or something like that. Tall black man. He big. A big tall black man to this 120-pound little girl, basically. And on his site, you can't tell who people is by they info on they social media. There's so many mental patients, yeah, that's on the streets. No more drama, you right. So on his page, he just talk about the stock market. He talk about his job. I mean, he talks about his daughter. Like, it's so new, so you cannot tell who is who just by going on the site. But she didn't know him from a can of paint. She didn't know him, and the only reason why she got his name is because the police caught him beating this girl, and that's why he told the police that he was gonna kill her. Like, what the hell did she do? What kind of look did she had to trigger him to make him just attack this girl? But I mean, he done hit the dog and everything, y'all. Bit this woman 14 times in her back, and then gonna tell the police that he got hepatitis. So my thing for this video right here is just to let us know we have to be aware of our surroundings, because I know my daughter was in Walmart one day, and she said, there was two Hispanic men that was in Walmart. It was her and my granddaughter, and she said, it's like everywhere I went, Mom, he snapped suddenly. Yes, he did. Shared you out. Thank you. So, she said my granddaughter was together, and she said that when she went one spot, she seen the man, and then she went another spot, she seen him. She said, so about that time, she told my granddaughter, she said, don't move, you stay right here with me. My daughter is a licensed courier too. So she said at that time, she said her nerves was all to pieces. She said that she didn't even think about what they came there for. It was in Walmart. Walmart is a target for crimes and people to do stuff to you. It really is. So she said that when she looked, she said he was talking to another Hispanic dude when she went somewhere else. And she said, so she started walking out the store, but as she was walking out the store, she said she had her hand in her pocketbook. And she said when she got to her car, she said she put my granddaughter on the same side as she put you in front of this camera. Y'all see him?
I ain't seen him, baby.
Did y'all see him over here doing this damn dance? But my daughter said that she put my granddaughter in on the same side as her. And y'all see this? He up there dancing and shit, and bringing me Reese cups. But and said that the two Hispanics came outside behind her. So you got to be careful when you outside, because you out and about in these streets, especially if you by yourself. So they probably thought that they had my daughter beat because she had my granddaughter with her, but not knowing that she had that thing in her pocketbook, that it was getting ready to be a problem. Because I already told her, if you could tell somebody is about to do something to you, you don't be sitting back asking no questions. You got to go ahead and do what you got to do, because they sure going to do what they got to do to you. But the girl, she's doing fine. She's healing. But she had to go get a hotel room because his family is keep calling her and want to know if she going to take charges out on her family. So we just got to be careful. And I know I am guilty of that too, because sometimes when I go out, I'll be on my phone. If I'm not live or something like that, I'll be on my phone. But we just got to be careful, y'all. But the John C. Bay over there trying to do his little dance and didn't even know the camera was towards him. Let's get into that. That's what he get. That's what he get. But y'all just be careful out here because, and the hurtful thing that was about it is they did not put that on the news. They did not put it on the news. And that girl said she was so hurt. She said the only reason why black girls go to the news if they die, if they get killed. But for assault, and no telling what would have happened if the police wouldn't have showed up. Because if he beat her like that, what you think he was going to do to her if the police would have never showed up? Because the security guard didn't do nothing. He didn't do nothing. So he could have did he did what he wanted to do right in front of the security guard. So I know it was just so scary, and I pray for her because honey, she has no family here. So, but yeah, y'all, that's it. That's all. Because Marissa say when I come up here and say I'm about to get off, I stay too long. So that's a 16-minute video right there. Anybody that's not here that need to catch the replay, peace and blessings to everybody. I'm chilling out today. I can't even leave out this house right now. I told this man bring me some Reese Pieces. He done bought me a Reese cup with Reese Pieces on the inside. But it definitely was the thought that count. So, anyway, like to have a black. You too, Number Drum. I'm about to go too. Well, thank you so much for coming by.